Okay. Alright. So, I have heard the news, I have heard the cries, I have heard everything that's been going around the internet, including great old Lord and Savior freaking Tech Toad, okay? Even smaller content creators out there have started to voice their concerns about this situation, okay? I have yet to hear anything from Saint Tontus and anybody else out there, but there are now a few content creators out there that are speaking out about this. And let me be clear about this, okay? Some of these articles are about 3 days old, okay? We got Gamer Rant in this tab up here, okay? We got Gamer Rant over here. And then we got Loot Bar, and then we got some other random website, which looks to be like a freaking blog page, okay? Now, going and reading into this, I don't like to reveal any kind of things out there, and I know everything should be taken with a grain of salt, okay? We are literally just about 2 weeks away before the kit of these characters is starting to become finalized. Okay. Now, as we know right now, the game is in a very degrading state as of right now. I have yet to clear MOC 12. And unfortunately, because of the way that the environment of MOC 12 is, which is pretty much a pure fiction type of MOC, any character that does blast damage, which, is 3 characters, 3 enemy targets or less, is completely, fundamentally useless in this current state of MOC. Especially against what's his name? Nicador, Rickety Dickety, Oopa Loompa, multi-spear, fear-mongering, attack armor dude, okay? Nicador, okay? Especially against Nicador. And with the amount of ridiculous HP inflation, okay, mind you, I'm going to be one of those types of people that's going to be a little controversial on this topic because 9 million HP across the board, across 5 enemies. Now, mind you, okay, every one of the spears is about 5, is going to end up having their own HP bars. So 9 million damage in total across 5 enemies and 1 boss is absolutely ludicrous. Pure Fiction, I don't even think has that huge of an HP gap. From my understanding. Okay, it doesn't have that. I think it's maybe like a third or a quarter of that, maybe? Even half of that, if we're going to be honest. And generous about it. But this is kind of crazy. So, the one thing that people are complaining about with Castorice is this part right here. Now, this part, I'm hoping it gets removed. Okay, this part, after obtaining Castorice, or when Castorice is in the current team, okay, I would prefer that this line stays. Okay, but this line has to go. Okay. And when Castorice is in the current team, blah blah blah, where you have her receive the following effect. In battle, when an ally receives a killing blow, all allies that received a killing blow in this action enter the Lunar Cocoon state. Characters in Lunar Cocoon state delay becoming down and can take 1 action normally. After the action, if they receive healing or have a shield before their next turn, Lunar Cocoon is removed. Otherwise, they will be downed immediately. This effect can be triggered 1 time per battle. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This reminds me of a few archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, there is a couple of cards that I'm aware of before I retired from Yu-Gi-Oh! That has a similar mechanic. Okay. Furthermore, there are some cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That say if you attack this person and get their life points down to 0, that's you can count that as 3 duels and you win 3 duels. Okay, which is the stipulation that says, which is the stipulation to win a duel, right? You have to win a match. I'm sorry, to win a match. So you have to win 3 duels to win a match. Some of these cards, like Victory Dragon, which I own, allows you to win a match, which is automatically 3 duels, which is way worse and way overpowered, more than Exodia. Okay, it's even way more powerful than the freaking God cards. So what did Konami do? They completely removed those cards from the game, and they put on the text, this card cannot be used in a duel. This is a similar situation. This is a similar situation with the revival effect. Now, Castorice, from my understanding... Oh god. Castorice, from my understanding, is the most ludicrous, overly tuned character in gacha gaming history. Okay? Because not only is this revive technique unnecessary, her kit is basically a Fushuan, an abundance character, and a Jingliu combined. Not only that, her energy recharge, allegedly, is dependent on healing. So, not only do you have to have a healing character to charge her ultimate, supposedly, she also has a trace in her kit that allows her to regain the entire team's HP, which is similar to Fushuan. And it's like, okay. And to top it all off, she drains your entire team's HP to deal damage via the dragon that comes out. Not only that, she has a built-in double version of a certain relic set. I do believe it's the Sunday set, if I'm not mistaken. Is it the Sunday set, or is it the No, it's the Hackerspace set. But the speed that you get out of the Hackerspace set pales into comparison as to the speed increase that you get off of Castorice. So you have a built-in, overly tuned Fushuan. You have a Jingliu, and you have an overly tuned Hackerspace set, as well as a Bailu revive. And she doesn't need to be on the team. And she's also a Fushuan. So she's basically 4 characters into one. I don't know what the heck Hoyoverse is thinking, but if we have to go further than this, because apparently, I was also made aware of a certain other character called Anaxa. Oh boy. Where do we go for this? where do we to go from here? Okay, where do we go from here? So, to put it bluntly, Anaxa is an erudition character. We know this from the drip marketing already. What people don't really realize is that Anaxa is literally Silverwolf plus Black Swan mixed with what appears to be an Acheron. In an erudition character. You have 3 different characters in one, which completely eliminates Silverwolf from any future gameplay in the future. This is ridiculous. I thought Tribi was something to deal with, but it looks like we're not done yet. Oh no. Because now I'm reminded of an article that Hoyoverse actually put out not too long ago stating that characters are going to end up getting buffs. People were thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe this is going to be a Zhongli incident. Maybe this is going to be a Neuvillette incident where the devs simply tweak directly the kit of these HSR characters, because they did it in Genshin Impact, right? Little did people realize, and I have not spoken about this, but I do know I did have an inkling that this was going to happen. In order to buff the characters of 1.0 and 2.0, you're going to have to pull these characters, Anaxa and Castorice. That's the most ludicrous thing I've ever seen. I thought the Mavwika and Sitlotli banner was crazy, but this is disgusting. Okay? What's even more disgusting is the realization of the rumors of Hizelin and Cyrene. I do not want to know what the fuck those characters are going to be doing. If Castorice and Anaxa are something to go by, what the hell are going to do with Hizelin's and Cyrene? Not to mention the pink-haired Barbara. So, I've kind of had a suspicion that these characters are the buffs to the older characters. So you mean to tell me, Hoyoverse, that your solution to fixing the 1.0 and 2.0 characters is to force players to pull for Castorice, Anaxa, Cyrene, Hizelins, and pink-haired Barbara. That's your solution. That is disgusting. If any of these characters, at the current state that they're in right now, end up going live at all, period, I've already put my HSR and Hoyo games on private right now. But if Castorice's kit stays like this on release, I'm just going to hit the delete button. I'm just going to straight up hit the delete button on my videos. I really am. Because this is the most disgusting predatory practice I have ever seen in my life. That said, I'm going to be done with Hoyo games. I'm going to be going and playing Wuwa. I'm going to play Ananta. I'm even going to play Duet Night Abyss. Oh yes. We're not even going to pay attention to any of the horror games. At all. I'm blowing up every single video of my Hoyo content. That's boycott done right. Regresca Denpache. And I'll see you guys this Friday and Saturday on my live stream. Cool? Cool.